are municipal bonds worth having in your portfolio? And we see this quite often that some people like it and some people don't.
Yeah, yeah. Municipal bonds, of course, you get tax-free interest, which is fantastic. You can't use them in your IRA, so this would be for your taxable accounts. And so you have a choice in your taxable accounts for the bond portion of your portfolio. Do I have municipal bonds, which pay tax-free, or do I have taxable bonds, which pay a taxable interest rate? You can actually do the math to figure out which one's going to pay you the higher amount based on your tax bracket, because municipal bonds pay less, but again, depending on your bracket, you might actually net more after tax. And so high net worth people or high income people generally like municipal bonds because of that. I rarely use them in the portfolios. We have them, different situations and what have you. But again, uh, I mean, I was just reviewing a case with a client last night. They had a 59% rate of return on the stock market portion of their portfolio over the last 3 years in total over that time, and a 9% rate of return in total on the bond market portion. And so, again, I believe that wealth is created from stocks and from real estate, right? For the most of us, right? And so what I'm trying to do with the bond portion of the portfolio is protect the stock portion of the portfolio. I want to protect that 59% piece. If I can set up a really good parachute for the bond portion and somebody takes on 10% more stock than they would have because they didn't have a good parachute, that's awesome to me, because of the fact that, essentially they can make more money, in my opinion. And so one of the problems I have with municipal bonds is that they're not good parachutes. Go back to the big downturns, and people are running into treasuries. They're not running into municipal bonds. 2008, people did not run to municipal bonds. Matter of fact, there were a lot of stories of different municipal bonds defaulting during that period of time. And obviously treasuries didn't default, so they didn't fall as much and did better as far as that goes. So you look at all the big downturns, people are not running to municipal bonds. And again, I'm a little different. I'm not looking to maximize the rate of return on the bonds. I'm looking to use the bonds to protect the stock portion, and I'm trying to maximize the rate of return in the stock portion. I believe that's a better way to make money, I believe that's actually happened in our portfolios over the long term also. So sometimes we don't do as well in the bonds as we might have if we're trying to maximize them. Buying a lot of high yield bonds, you could actually get some, better rates of return. But a lot of high yield bonds dropped, over 20%, at least the ETFs, during the, downturn in 2020 when the market dropped 35. So that's a terrible parachute. So, they have a place in the portfolio, but they're not really part of the parachute portion for me. So anyway, that's just a personal preference. It's something I've learned over time. I have a belief that we make money in stocks and real estate, and that we want to try to maximize that. And by making a parachute portfolio out of the bonds, I can try to maximize the stocks and try to maximize what's happening there and increase wealth at a faster rate if things go right. So anyway, that's kind of my outlook as far as that goes. So